is a little late that we're getting started. I apologize. I will be yelling at y'all because I also did not get my microphones, and this will be a short one, so you're welcome for that part. But hello everybody, I love you all. Thank you for being here. I realize we haven't done this in a while because I've been doing like regular videos, and I decided that today what I wanted to do was talk to y'all because I miss it, and I miss having the live chat and everything else. So that's what we're doing. I can't see the live chat. Hold on. YouTube has changed all kinds of stuff here. There we go. Anyway, yeah, I was stuck behind school buses, and I am one of those people who refuses to, you know, get impatient at a school bus because these are children trying to cross the street and safely and things like that. So we just had to cool it and let's go. Okay, so you ready? Here we go. There's a lot going on, and I live in Florida. Y'all know I live in Florida, and I always talk about how Florida is great, but Florida is not without its own issues, obviously. I don't know if you guys have heard of this lady, the Democratic Representative Sheila Cherfulis. I don't know, Cherfulis McCormick out of here of Florida has been indicted by a federal grand jury for siphoning $5 million in FEMA taxpayer funds. And when I saw this, I remembered when Hurricane Milton? Nope. Helene? Nope. What's the last one that hit Florida? I believe it was Helene before it hit North Carolina. I could be making things up right now. Whichever last hurricane came through, when FEMA had to go out through Florida, I remember there was a black female that was working with FEMA that was like, if it has a Trump sign in the yard, bypass it, don't help it, don't do anything. So when I saw this woman who happens to be a black female representative, I was like, there's no way it's the same person, but there is a little irony to it all, right? The fact that, anyway, that was it. I was like, there's no way it's the same person, but they said that she siphoned off $5 million from FEMA, allegedly funneling the cash into her 2021 congressional campaign. She could face up to 53 years in prison. She looks too old and pretty to be in prison. She is going to be somebody's special play toy if she ends up behind bars. I thought that was absolutely crazy. This is what she normally looks like. Maybe she's related to Jasmine Crockett. They have a little bit of a similarities there, but now she's been indicted by the Department of Justice. So it's not looking good for this woman, but her name, I don't know if you guys ever watch Key and Peele. They're a comedy duo. They have a show called Key and Peele, and they have this one where they have the football players and they're making fun of their names because their names are always crazy. So when I read her name, Sheila Cherfulis McCormick, it made me think of that. Anyway, that's just how my brain works. So there's that, right? Then, y'all, because in a live stream, I like to call it social media roulette. You're going to get just a little bit of everything. I will tell you that right now, I'm not a fan of the fact that the live chat keeps going away, so I can't see you guys. It's just the way that YouTube has changed this, and I don't like it. I almost ended the live stream by accident, hit the wrong button. I don't like how they're doing this now. YouTube needs to figure their shit out. But anyway, AOC, bless her dumb little heart. Like I said, she's cute, you know, if you like the look of Airheads, because she just has that look about her, which is not nice of me, I know, bad, but she's warning Republicans. She's saying that Republicans are radicalizing young men to be dominant of minorities and women. What does that even mean? Listen, she goes, you know what, do y'all want to listen to her? You probably don't. Oh, wait, stop talking. Where are we? Okay, here we go.
And they are able
listen
to radicalize and target and exploit a generation of young boys, in particular, away from healthy masculinity and into an insecure masculinity that requires the domination of others who are poorer, browner, darker, or a different gender than them.
Yeah, not along, dumbass. Okay.
And that is why they are resonating online, because they are appealing to the most basest and worst parts of human nature to divide. And they are able...
Y'all, people have like dated her on purpose. Probably so they can bed her, but I think she's like engaged to somebody. Can you imagine how dumb that dude has to be to go, I think I want this for the rest of my life? he's probably an alcoholic. That's all I gotta say, because I would be if I had to deal with AOC on a daily basis. Toxic masculinity, and saying that Republican are radicalizing young men to be dominant of minorities and women. Who thought that up? Okay, listen. I pay attention to everybody and everything. I am nosy Nelly, like you would not believe. I listen, I eavesdrop, I snoop, I whatever, and I have no problem with it, because you got to pay attention to everything that's going on around you. And I will tell you that the most vile men I have ever come across in my life are these pansified little libtard dudes whose feelings get hurt at every single thing a woman does, because heaven forbid a woman does something better than they do, and they have these little bitch fits. Regular ass men don't do that, and by regular ass men I do mean Republicans, and I have never noticed that that is how it is, what she is trying to say. But here's the problem. When people are listening to somebody like AOC, then you have these liberal women, these girls, hiccup, refusing to date a man that has a set of cojones, because they've been convinced that if this man is masculine or manly, that they can't date them because they're going to try to dominate them or whatever. Hey, a little domination ain't bad sometimes, ladies, you know what I'm saying? But so then they go pick these little pansy dudes, and then are pissed off when the dude can't like stick up for them or won't fight back or do whatever else against other men. I see couples out. Listen, this is why I told you that I'm kind of an asshole, but y'all know it. That's why you're here, because you'll love it. I'm kind of an asshole because when my husband and I go out, we like to sit at wherever we sit. I'm like, I need to be able to see what's going on. I don't want all the action behind me. I want to watch stuff, because I like to put together ideas of what's going on with these couples that are around us, like who actually wears the pants in the family, and how they got together, and like I make up the conversations for them and stuff. And I will tell you that a lot of times I will see the white liberal women, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, the ones that are all, can I talk to your manager, or let me talk to your manager. They don't ask nicely. And they always have these little dudes with them that look like they cry when they orgasm. Like that's what I picture. And I don't picture the first part, just the crying part, because ew. With these couples, think Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. Back in the day, Bill Clinton may have been, the man, and then, he let the chick under the desk, and now Hillary wears the pants in the family. And Bill just kind of, feebly mumbles and walks around places while Hillary pokes fingers and stuff. That's what I expect the majority of Democrat marriages to be like, where the woman has a bigger set of cojones than the man, but the woman's cojones are trash, because most liberal women suck. Not all of them. I was gonna make another comment, Monica Lewinsky style, but we're not gonna do that. This is a family-friendly show, not normally. Okay, so AOC, but then listen, there's more. But wait, there's more. I have saved so much random stuff. What is this? This is not my bookmarks. Where are you going? Hold on. I saved stuff, and I want to make sure we go over the right stuff. AOC, that's the Democrat lady we just talked about. So today, side note, was the final farewell, they're calling it, for Dick Cheney, his laying to rest or whatever. And then former President Biden and Bush attended former Vice President Dick Cheney's funeral service alongside top lawmakers and dignitaries at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C., while President Trump and Vice President Vance were not invited. I fully expect, this is on Fox News. Fox News lets you know that they weren't invited. The mainstream media is going to be like, and President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance couldn't be bothered to show up. They're going to forget to mention that they were not invited to Dick Cheney's final farewell, which in and of itself, I feel is kind of a slap in the face, because when Jimmy Carter passed away, everybody was there. Bill Clinton was there, you had Obama was there, Bush was there, and President Trump was there. Everybody was there. President Bush and Michelle Obama making googly eyes at each other, because I really want to know what happened in that Oval Office while they were there. I don't know if they're swingers. I don't really know if they played, Key Party or whatever else, or if there was an upside down pineapple somewhere in the Oval Office, but George Bush and Michelle Obama, they're a little too friendly. there's a little something there. He's probably always wanted to taste the chocolate, and maybe she gave it to him. I don't know. But either way, this is the important part. Breathe. I'm doing this fast because I literally am 10 minutes behind, so it shuts us out of 10 minutes of stuff. So we just got to bam, bam, bam. Tomorrow, Zoran Mamdani. I like it better, Zorani Mamdani. I don't know because it rhymes. But Mamdani and Trump are meeting tomorrow. I am not a fan of the fact that they are going to meet. I don't like it. I've said it before. I feel like it's a bad idea. I don't put anything past Mamdani to walk in there and just, if you've ever seen Team America, the Muppet movie, it's not a Muppet. What are they called? What are they called? Puppet movie. It rhymes with Muppet. The puppet movie, Team America. I feel every time I think of that, every time I think of Mamdani and Trump in the White House together, I think of the movie Team America. And I don't love the fact that it's going to happen, but it is. President Trump posted, communist mayor of New York City, Zoran Kwame Mamdani, and he put his middle name in quotes, I don't know why, has asked for a meeting. We have agreed that this meeting will take place at the Oval Office on Friday, November 21st. Further details to follow. It sounds like they're going to spar off. Like when the UFC stuff, they're like, we'll meet in the ring in the octagon on Friday, November 21st. That's what it sounds like. Okay. So they're going to be meeting. But Mamdani had some things to say about it. And I just want you to hear a hint of what he had to say if I can get this to work. Yo, how do you lose weight in your fingers? Like, these sausage fingers are really starting to piss me off. But it kind of goes with the sausage face. The gym and I have not gotten along lately, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. All right, listen, you ready? This is Mamdani.
I will be heading to Washington, D.C. tomorrow
Washington?
to meet with President Trump.
Couldn't even say the word
White
right.
House.
Anyway.
It is customary for an incoming mayor of this city to meet with the White House, given the mutual reliance. It's more critical than ever, given the national crisis of affordability, one that New Yorkers know very well across these 5 boroughs, and the specific challenge many cities are facing with balancing public safety against steps taken by this administration. I know that for tens
Please
of
wait,
thousands
please
of
wait.
New Yorkers,
Shut up,
this meeting is
Mamdani.
between two very
Friggin'
different
sausage
candidates
fingers. Stop
they
talking.
voted for
I
the same
can't.
reason.
It's not working. Whatever. Sausage fingers don't work. But when he says whatever he just said that pissed me off and I've already forgotten, something along the lines of safety and whatever else, Mr. Defund the police, it's all about ICE. Like, that's the problem. He has an issue with the fact that President Trump is trying to get rid of the illegal immigrants, right? You have to assume that a lot of people that are going to be deported, they're not all Hispanic. Let's fully, put that out there. Mainstream media has you thinking that they're just going after Mexicans, like literally from Mexico. There's people here from all the countries humanly possible that have been here illegally that President Trump is like, scoot, get out, go back where you came from. But for some reason, mainstream media only wants to show the Hispanic looking ones. And we know why, and because we are blunt over here, it's because those are the ones who are generally your landscapers, generally the ones cooking in the kitchens of the restaurants that you go to, generally the ones that are painting your house, generally the ones that when they get deported, you're gonna have to figure out to do some shit for yourself, boo-boo, or pay a little extra to have an American citizen do it for you. So that's why they're a little pissy about it. But it's not just Hispanics getting deported. You have people from Haiti getting deported. You have people from China getting deported. You have people probably from Uganda, where Mamdani is from, getting deported. You have probably a lot of Islamic and Muslim people getting deported, which may be his problem. I'm not quite sure. But either way, Mamdani is trash. I don't like the fact that he's only going because it's customary, right? After yesterday, we talked about in his video, he made his little, he's like, it's been 1 week since you looked at me. That's that song. No, it's been 2 weeks since he won the election. And he's like, okay, well, you guys gave me $1 million, but I need 4 total. So I'm gonna need you guys to do a little better. You gave Eric Adams more money than you gave me. Boo, whatever. I don't like his pointing fingers, condescending little dipshit attitude that he has. I'm not a fan of that personally. And I think that when he walks in there, I am looking forward to this though. When he walks in there and talks to President Trump that way, and Trump tells him exactly what he can do with the way he thinks, that's going to be some good shit right there. Hopefully there are cameras everywhere. Somebody said I'd love to be a fly on the wall in the Oval Office. 100%, because you know it is going to get buck wild. There's no way it's not, because President Trump, he's not a politician. He does not care. He will say whatever pops into his head. I will say, when he called the reporter on Air Force One piggy, I wasn't really feeling that. I was like, ooh, there's that little line that you may have crossed. You like to put your toe like right on it, but today you might have gone just a little over. Maybe we shouldn't have called her piggy, but you know, okay. Unless he was trying to say Peggy and he just has a thick accent in that one word. I don't know. But it should be very interesting tomorrow what happens in the Oval Office. It's going to be a lot. The whole reason I wanted to do today's live stream is for way more than just these topics, but I have already run out of time because, like I said, things did not work out the way I had planned for them time-wise. So I will be making another video later, not a live stream, it'll be another video later, and it will go up probably dinner time, whatever that means for y'all. I don't know. We do supper now. I know this is a little more personal than political, but we do supper now. We figured out that we now eat dinner at like 5 or 6. And then I'm like, we have to go to bed by 10, because if we're not in bed by 10, then I'm hungry and I don't want to eat something at 11. And it's a very weird age to be in, where you have moved from dinner to supper and you try to go to bed early so you won't be hungry. What are we doing here? Anyway, y'all, I love you. I know, the most random live stream ever. Not true. All the live streams are random that we do here. But we'll do another one tomorrow. And then, like I said, another upload later on today. So I don't know if you learned anything, or at least were entertained for a couple minutes. Hopefully so. I love y'all. Thank you for letting me just run my mouth the way I like to do. And I guess that's it for now. Now I gotta haul booty to get my kid from school. I love y'all, and I will see ya later. Make sure you come back for the, I'm supposed to say, make sure you subscribe. I never tell people to subscribe. YouTube is pushing that subscribers matter. Y'all matter to me, but like the number to me has never really mattered. Like I don't, just like the like things are turned off on videos. It doesn't really matter. I don't think you should like something just because somebody else liked it. So the thumbs up and thumbs down, who gives a shit, right? And if you want to subscribe, I appreciate you. If you don't want to subscribe, I appreciate you. I'm just putting it out there because I'm supposed to tell you to subscribe or whatever else. But anyway, I love y'all. That is all. I'll see you later. Okay, goodbye. Adios. I think that's the right button. I have no idea what's happening now.